Hey, so it's Sunday morning. Excuse my backwards hat, but I just got back from a run and I thought about a lot on this run. And one of the topics was around cybersecurity. And I know I shouldn't have thought about it because it's Sunday, but I did. This is my life. And when I started thinking through it, I thought about what are the fundamental basic things that you can do to secure your environment? And I'm sure you'd agree with me. There's dozens, if not hundreds, of basic things, right? But I thought about obviously the importance of identity in that, but also the importance of your device. And if I'm going to provide access for an end user to access some kind of a resource like a line of business app, I should probably make sure the device is part of that authentication flow in addition to the identity of that user. And as I started thinking more through it, it made me think of Azure Active Directory conditional access and Microsoft Endpoint Manager. Inside the conditional access policy, there's a little checkbox that says, make sure this device is compliant and also must be trusted in order to allow access. And what does trusted mean? Well, trusted might mean it's managed by a mobile device management solution. It might be joined to Azure Active Directory or hybrid joined to on-premises Windows Server Active Directory. But then with Microsoft Endpoint Manager, it's going to evaluate the compliance state of the device. So things like what version of operating system, disk encryption, is that enabled? Is the built-in firewall enabled? A number of different things. If there's an integration with an endpoint detection and response solution, does the device have any risk associated with it, right? Any kind of threat risk. And all of that gets bubbled up into whether or not the device is compliant or not. And then now that feeds into that policy engine with conditional access, and that's what gates my access to a line of business app. That seems pretty basic to me, right? It seems kind of fundamental. Now, in the real world, it's obviously a lot more complex than that. So as you know, with that conditional access policy, I can be selective. I could say, well, don't do this for everything, maybe just for the most sensitive line of business apps. And then for other types of apps, maybe don't do it, right? I mean, you'd have to figure out that strategy and figure out that prioritization. But again, it sounds pretty fundamental. And it can have drastic impact, right? If you think about how to raise your posture and lower your risk, this is a great first step for that. Now, I know what you're thinking, Matt, this could be a pain for end users. I don't disagree, right? But in 2022, cybersecurity, and again, you would agree with me that cybersecurity is a boardroom issue. It's a conversation at all levels within an organization, given nation state attacks and insider threats. And so it's something that we have to be concerned with. So that's my Sunday morning thoughts. I know all of you that follow me, either in social media or here on the channel, I know that you're very active in this community. I would love to hear your feedback on this. I would love to hear kind of your perspective and your thoughts on this. Do you agree or disagree? What am I missing here? Is there more to the story than identity authorization authentication and device authentication and putting that together? Is there another set of signals you would combine with that? So let me know. All right, folks. Hey, have a great weekend. Go Kansas City Chiefs, and we'll see you all in the next video.